Good morning, everybody. I know it's super early for many of you. It is currently 8:20 in the morning out here, Chicago time. I know many of you are probably still in bed, um, getting ready for a great weekend at on Friday here at the National. I would call this peak National, as we are at the 50-yard line of the National. And can I just say, like, day two, which is what I'm going to be recapping here in a little bit. Day two was like a total wow, and it's one of them things where if you know, you know, and if you don't know, it's kind of hard to comprehend. I did talk to a couple of people where this was their first time at the National, and they were just overwhelmed overwhelmed with excitement. I mean, it's just a good time. I just want to recap day two as right before I head off to the National. Yesterday, one of the key moments for me when I first got there is I finally ran into Neo Cards and Comics. Great channel, love his stuff. But him and I have been wanting to catch up and meet in real life for a couple years now, and we finally ran into each other and we had a good 30-minute conversation. I was really kind of asking him for advice. It's like when you see other people succeed in what they're doing, you want to like nitpick their brain as to how they do it and what steps I can do to be better. And it's all that sort of thing. So we had about a 30-minute conversation. Um, Good morning, Rue Dog, my man. I see you. Gem City Card Show. Let's go, BJ. And that's all we got so far. That's okay. Yeah, so just quickly want to recap here what's been going on. Again, Neo was the highlight of the morning for me. And then I had a hobby hotline. We were doing a show on the Burkus main stage where it was like a live broadcast. And quite a few of the hobby hotline folks were there, myself included. And we had a great show. And one of the things I don't like about YouTube Live is that I can't show you images, or I just have to like explain everything to you. But it was kind of funny to me because I was sitting at the stage, and off to the left of me, really high at the ceiling, they had this huge image of Tom Brady's head because the card vault was had a little display there. And so it was kind of like creepy because every time I looked up, there was this humongous Tom Brady head, and his eyes were looking right at me. It was really creepy. I took a picture of it. I may show it to you guys on a later video, but had a great time with that. We ended up getting into a discussion about the National in Chicago more specifically, and I tell you guys. I just don't see any other facility being able to handle what we do here in Chicago. I mean, everything from, not just the hotels, which I spoke of yesterday, but also the um, just everything. Everything is curtailed to cater to the masses. Even the Rosemont Police Department, they kind of patrol the traffic, and they just do such a great job at rotating the traffic so there's no long delays or and they're really like do a great job at being authoritative. I mean, if they got the whistles and everything, man. If you're not listening to directions, those traffic cops are going to let you know that you need to snap out of it. So great as far as that is concerned, and just the whole city, the restaurants, everything is curtailed for convenience. So we got into a discussion on Hobby Hotline main stage on that, and I wanted to talk a little bit about just the whole vibe of everything. There's so many people here in day two, and I'm sure you probably see it in other videos that they'll show you clips and all of that. Again, I can't show you anything here going live, but uh, just masses amounts of people, but it still was manageable. Them opening it up, I think, really did make a big difference. There's a lot of changes that have occurred here at the National, but I think they're changes for the better. I do see improvements, and the overall vibe of collectors is very electric. It's very enthusiastic. It's very exciting, as there is just a high level buzz of energy on the showroom floor. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I also wanted to touch on, give a shout out to Card Ladder, man. These folks here, they really do it right. I posted something on Instagram because I went over to their rest area and I see these little bottles of deodorant. They have a countertop on the top, and there's all kind of like phone chargers. So if you need to like charge your phone, they give out these like little battery backpacks that you can put in your backpack for a battery charging up, and they got candy bars and candy, and they're even hanging handing out free swag to anybody who comes up and asks for it. And I was able to sport this really cool hoodie. They really do it right as far as just like providing an area, a rest area for collectors, and really catering and taking care of the hobby. And it's amazing. You sit over there for 10, 15 minutes. It's amazing the people you run into, and you end up having long conversations. I ended up sitting a spell yesterday, and I ran into Cardi C, who's really doing a great job with his website, The Smart Collector, I think it's called. And man, we him and I got into a conversation, and then I burned a whole hour just sitting there talking to Cardi C and to this other gentleman named Frank. But we had a great time. And Card Ladder, shout out to Card Ladder, man. They go above and beyond, I guess is my point. On the hunt, I went on the hunt, right, looking for something. And if those who follow my channel know that I have been searching for a 56 tops Clemente, and I've been 3 years shopping for one, and I finally found one that I like. I'm going to show it in another video, but I'll tell you the story behind it later. But for now, I just loved the clarity of this card, and it's very. I mean, it's a PSA 6, but can I tell you, it looks like a 7 or 8. To be honest with you, when you look at the eye appeal of the card, and really excited to finally pull the trigger on that one. And and then we had the YouTube get together, which was kind of interesting. It really was challenging because the hotel, Embassy Suites, did not want to play nice with collectors, and it was one of those things where just to be honest, they basically kicked us out, is what they did, and so. And it's not just Embassy Suites; it's like all hotels. They have been. I heard Lowell's. They had barricades up inside their lobby with armed security, and it is just like they are basically not allowing people to come and loiter, as they put it, into their facility. So I don't know what's going to happen with tonight's hangout. I was going to go to the Spit and Ball hangout at 8 o'clock. I don't even know if that's going to happen because they've been shutting this stuff down. So what's up, Lou Rock? Who else we got in here? Vintage Rick, vintage oddball cards. Um, my man Lou, you guys are very active in the chat, so I'm just going to leave you guys be there. But yeah, the YouTube get together was challenging. Once we left, Mike Moynihan was frantically trying to find a solution. We finally found somebody who they allowed us to hang out in this grassy area in front of Embassy Suite, or in the back of Embassy Suites. The weather was beautiful for it. I mean, it was just really nice and pleasant. So it turned into more like a YouTube picnic. But we had a great time, and we were still able to, even though we had challenges, we still were able to hang out, and we had a great time of talking with a lot of people. With that said, I am heading out for breakfast. This hotel does not have free breakfast, you guys. It's the Hyatt Centric. No free breakfast, no continental, no, but they do have a restaurant. And I went in yesterday morning to eat breakfast. It was $28. I paid for one person breakfast. But can I tell you that it was phenomenal? It was a breakfast for kings. So like if they brought the king of England or the Pope or somebody, this is the type of breakfast that they would be served. I mean, it was just really a little out of my league. Just the catering and the everything about the food was just absolutely phenomenal. But anyways, I'm heading back down there to get me a replay of that breakfast. But anyways, recapping day two. Um, and getting ready to head out for day three. I'll show you. I got more pickups and that sort of thing, but I think I'm just gonna do one. I'm gonna do it right from home. With that said, thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember that not all rookie cards are created equal. Until next time, buenos nachos, muchachos.